What's up, ladies, gents, queens, kings, and commentators? It's the one and only. You can't call me queen, baby.
And you already know it's your boy, Sean CTV.
And as y'all already read to tell it down below, we are getting into the last and final
one
episode of Sweet Life Los Angeles Season 2. Baby, oh no.
What possessed you to do that?
I don't know. I really don't know. What got over me?
Why did you think that was it?
Well, I don't know what got over me, but it's the last episode, and like I was saying in my last recap, if you guys watched it, we don't know if we get in a group chat. We don't know if we get in a reunion. I hope I'm wrong. I hope the person in the comment who told me that it may not be a reunion because Tylynn said it on the live was wrong. I just hope we're all wrong, and then we get a group chat, baby, because we have unanswered questions. Hey, and we need the right host, because baby,
if you ain't filmed yet, Issa,
the right host, because we ain't gonna
we'll fly out tomorrow.
But so with that being said, yeah, let's get into the episode. Okay, episode 10, we kind of ended off the conversation that Bree and Petiri is having about the whole she breaking up with him thing. And she's crying that she's breaking up with him, and he is trying to get an understanding of what's going on. And it's like, well, she don't know how to, hone in her feelings or, be as open as she should be to him and explain to him why she doesn't want to move forward. That's a Bree thing. He don't know.
Yeah.
And he can't read her mind. Even though we kind of think it's the long distance situation because that's what she keep, using as a shield, but we don't know. And like I said in the last recap, I hate the fact that she's using a long distance. Well, I'm not gonna say I hate it because everybody.
It's a valid reason, though. I feel like that's a valid.
Because everyone cannot do long distance. It is hard.
Some people can't do short distance.
You mean a relationship? Some people can't do relationships.
Some people can't do.
Can't do relationships.
But she says, I feel like we're strangers who just really like each other. Which, granted, like
that's everybody. That's people. Period. That's why it takes time to get to know people. That's why you date. That's why you date somebody. You get to know them. You feel them out. You get an understanding who they are as a person, and then everything builds up from there. You're just not at the drop of a dime, I just know who Petiri is from his heart to his soul, from his toes to his head. That ain't how life works. That is not how relationships work, Brie. I'm sorry to tell you. It's not, baby. It's okay. One day you'll figure it out. I hope, and hopefully we can see it and be proud of you one day that you finally figured it out. But as of now,
and hopefully you don't look back and realize you lost
a good one. Yeah, lost soul. I hope we don't be a lost soul for too long. But anyways, moving on from that, it's the next day. Everybody having breakfast. It's time for people to go. Petiri and Cal have left, so everybody's like, where they at. Of course, they gone, and she, finally tell them like, oh yeah, we broke up, so we not really on the same page. So, everybody like, oh, well, okay.
Literally
like,
everybody is asking.
Rebecca's like, do you want to talk about it? Or something Rebecca said, and she just snapped on her like, I just broke up with a guy that I like, and I don't want to talk about it because we're all eating breakfast. Okay, girl, you're doing too much. Just say, we'll talk about it later, friend. Which they did, because right after that, we get into Rebecca, Myami, and Bree meeting up, and they just having a big conversation. And I'm going to let you lead this one, because...
Was it Rebecca,
I said Miami.
Amanda.
Rebecca.
We're back in LA at this point.
We're back in LA, and Amanda, again, added nothing to the scene, but that's fine. You were there. You got your coins. You got your chance.
Right. So they show up at this had to be Becky's house.
Yeah.
And they're just sitting recap. You know how you do after a trip? You recap the trip. It's been a couple days after they recapping. So
baby, after a trip, I don't want to be around y'all.
Honestly, I need a emotional social break from y'all.
Janet ass could stay away from it. Barely get out the house.
Barely, damn. But could barely get off the trip. You back. What we eating for dinner? Okay. But stop.
No.
So they recapping, what's up. Of course, the big topic of conversation though is obviously, Bree, what happened between you and Petiri? What's going on? So here's like, I feel like the safe space. You at your friend's house. It's time to really get into like what's going on. So they asked Brie like what happened with her and Petiri, and then Rebecca basically says like what everybody's thinking. Because everybody at this point, we have no reason to not like Petiri or to not see his initiative or to not see anything that he's doing bad. So at this point, it's like, Brie, you're self-sabotaging. And she says this, like, Brie, you're self-sabotaging yourself because this is a good guy.
She did not say this. She
said
that at the basketball game. You mixing up scenes. No.
What she said?
That's not what happened. That was a basketball. She told Brie she was self-sabotaging.
Oh, you're right.
Sabotaging. Oh God, I tried to let you lead and you taking us down the wrong path.
Okay, so I'm gonna start over. So they back at the house, you know, they recapping. And what I've noticed in this scene is, think about it, like Becky always calls Brie. In this whole episode, she calls her Briana. I was like,
she does it a lot when she's upset
mad
with her.
It had to be. Cause I was like, whoa, hold on, like why is she using her like government? Like what's going on? Like
I think it kind of all stemmed from when Rebecca was finally able to let them know like, hey, me and PJ are on good terms now, and it's like, whoa. For Amanda, it's like, whoa, wait, but to Brie, it's like, well, I been know it's gonna happen, like, and it's one of those moments where Rebecca said like, you have to stop projecting on me. Like, yes, you know, and granted, Brie had a cockiness towards that situation, but that's because she knows her best friend, which is fine. But what I didn't like and what I understood where Rebecca was coming from is that Brie was trying to make it seem like, oh, like I knew you tried to play us, like you was mad at us for being, you know, cool with PJ, but now you're cool with PJ, so everything is all crispy. Yes, because y'all was good with PJ. Y'all didn't have a situation with PJ like I had a situation with PJ. Like literally, I was being attacked online on social media because of a situation that I had with him. So no, it's not gonna be easy for me to be cool with him. It's not gonna be easy for me to accept his apology. That's just not what's gonna happen as far as it goes with Rebecca. So as a friend, Brie, you should have understood that and you should have respected that. But the fact that you didn't, I feel some type of way. And the fact that you're trying to, you know, throw it in my face that you knew we would be good. Like, no, that ain't cool, friend.
Right.
Best friend, Briana. Like, and I think that's why Rebecca kind of flipped and she was like, bro, like, chill out. Like, stop projecting on me. It'd be so funny when they be trying to get, like, real, like, gangster.
Gangster.
They be trying to get gangster. Like, they be like, yeah, bro, like, chill out. Like, chill out. Like, it'd be funny. So, as they were talking about Mexico, Rebecca brought up how she was feeling Cal, but towards the end, she wasn't feeling him as much. And of course, I think that had, you know, a lot to do with her gaining back her feelings for PJ, especially after he apologized, knowing that, you know, she was still in love with the boy. Like, she still loved him. Okay, so how did you feel about Rebecca and Brie situation?
I felt like looking at this, it's been really weird to see like the demise of their friendship play out on TV. And that was like watching that from just seeing her call her Briana to seeing that disagreement that they had right there.
And even her bringing up like when she felt some type of way when Brie was like she dimmed her light.
When she dimmed her light. All of that combined in one, it's really showing that they've done had like real bad issues going over the course of this season that are finally now like just hitting like they've reached their climax. And seeing that, it kind of like, because I root for them as a friend group. I like their friend group, but Brie telling Rebecca that she feels like Becky resents her for being a bad bitch was so like, I feel like that was the most off the wall statement anybody could ever say.
Do you think that before they were these girls, before they was on a reality show, that Brie always maybe got the attention, and now that the show is on, Rebecca is getting that same amount of attention, or vice versa? I think one of them probably was getting a lot of attention. It could have been Rebecca, I don't know. One of them started getting a lot of attention, and then at some point when they both got on the show, they both or one started getting more than the other, and this is where the demise happened. This is where the beef happened, because even Brie said, like, I'm thinking you resent me for a bad bitch, so maybe like, it was always Rebecca who got the attention. Maybe that probably plays a part into that.
It's so crazy to me because when I look at both of them, like, Becky's beautiful to me. Like,
you think she looks better than Brie? That's what you're trying to say, low key. Go on. Okay, continue.
Becky's like beautiful to me. So it's just like, I was just so like that statement kind of like it was just like whoa.
About
like,
the bad bitch?
Yeah, it was like because y'all are both bad.
Yeah.
So like why can't two bad exist?
Because
coexist.
You both can be bad, but when you in a different world, one person may be better than the other, one person get more attention than the other. But now we on the world, we in a grand stage right now. The whole world seeing us, not just LA, not just our core people in LA. Like a lot of people seeing us, so not either we're on the same playing field that we not used to, or somebody is getting higher than the other, or more than the other. So now it's like feelings are getting involved, and y'all seeing each other different ways. Like that probably plays a factor, and that's also going to show as their relationship as friends really strong. Granted, we know their relationship is strong because they're still friends after this, and of course, friends have to go through things to get through things and get over things. And this is one of their moments that we get to see play out. Like, how are they going to get over this, and should they?
Question to that point, and I don't know if this is the same way with other reality TV shows, because you know you're a reality TV buff. Is it usually like this where you can kind of see like that people are cool after the fact? Like we may be just watching it, right? Like let's like you love Real Housewives. You get what I mean? Like do you normally see them like hanging and stuff after the fact?
Nope. And I'm so glad you brought that up because that's one thing I hate about Sweet Life. I hate that we see the aftermath. Like I feel like maybe they should hold on just a little bit longer. Like if y'all beefing and we see y'all beefing and the episode end off on y'all beefing, I shouldn't be able to go on Instagram and see that you just posted like, oh yeah, we best friends. Even though I'm glad that y'all are best friends, and I'm glad that y'all still cool and that y'all made it through that situation. But as a viewer, this is like TV for me. This is people escaping their reality.
It's like I already know the outcomes.
Exactly, I know the outcome. I don't want to know the outcome yet. I want to be surprised at the ending. I want to be surprised, but you never surprised with it because it's reality TV and people can't stay away from social media too long, so we get it.
That's just something I've been really thinking like I see y'all cool. Like
yeah, so we know y'all make it through this. But regardless of the fact, we know that y'all are going through it, and it's good that y'all did make it through it, even though we don't even see. That's the bad thing about it is we don't even see how did y'all make it through this because we ended off with y'all still not being on the same page, which is why we need a group chat. We have to have a group chat. But yeah, what you were saying. But yeah, so moving on from that, we get into Keilan and Candiss. And basically, these two and their whole marriage, this condom situation, and them not being on the same page. This is one of them situations that is getting dragged for no reason. Like, okay, Candiss, you ain't trying to fucking without a condom. Kudos for you, sis.
And we all know that you.
We don't know that.
We know.
We don't know.
Maybe.
But stand your ground. Keilan, you gotta respect her. Like, if you ain't ready for one thing and she ready for one thing or vice versa, like, respect it. But at this point, it seems like that is the one thing that y'all are respecting. Respect for each person's emotions, each person's thoughts, and each person's feelings on what y'all are going through. I think y'all are very dismissive towards that. And I think that is y'all biggest problem, and that's what y'all need to work on. Neither one of y'all is ready for marriage, like I said about Tylynn and Jaelynn, and neither one of y'all is ready for a baby, like I said about Tylynn and Jaelynn. But yet, this is the conversation that y'all all are standing on. It's like, nah, get over it. Not the conversation y'all should be having.
Y'all should be having other conversations.
Correct.
With a therapist. With the therapist.
Now, don't get me wrong. I do think that Candiss has a lot of valid points in how she wants to move forward with Keilan, but I feel like, sometimes she tries to use her thing as a weapon. She uses it as a weapon towards Keilan, and I think because she does that, it gets him upset, and it makes their problem even bigger, and then it becomes explosive. And it's like, you don't supposed to use your thing as a weapon. It's like y'all have to find another way to get through what y'all trying to say and do. Now, also, but then, Keilan and Candiss having that conversation, they also, one of the things that Keilan brought up was the fact that, they've been together for 4 years because Candiss keep using the fact that she wants to use condoms, as she should. And like I said, she has valid points. It's her right, it's her body. She has her reasons. Correct. And Keilan is on the spectrum of, well, we've been together for 5 years. We already had this going. We've been doing this for X amount of years. How you just expect to come and change up the flow? And I in a way, I agree with him because it's like, if we've been doing something for 4 years and you want to switch up and you want to change, you got to give him some time to adjust. Because I feel like I keep saying, she keep using it as a weapon, but you're not allowing him to adjust. Yes, he's going to be mad. He's going to be upset because it's new. It's a change. Like, and also within that, he don't think you got a mind on your own. He thinking you getting this from West Bubblefuck friend. And it's like, yes, these are your true feelings, but y'all have to come to some type of better resolution. Because he got to adjust, you got to adjust, and it just has to be a big change between the both of y'all.
That is true, but
both of you.
On the adjustment end, because like how you play devil's advocate for him, I'm play devil's advocate for Candice. Like in this situation, there is kind of like no adjusting. Like if we're making the decision is indefinite now. Like I'm not taking it off the table. I'm taking unprotected sex off of the table. Like that's fine,
but she expect him to be okay with it immediately. When she been having unprotected sex with him for 4 years.
But has she been expecting him to adjust to it immediately, or has she been expecting him to not comply, but to like work with her? Like if you don't want to, if I'm telling you we're not gonna have unprotected sex, why are you still trying to have unprotected sex with me? Why don't you just introduce?
She keeps trying to have unprotected sex, how about we don't have no sex then? If
that's what it's coming. That's what it's about to come down to.
Well, shit.
I bet you pull that condom out. I say no sex.
Well, why? And then, what that goes to my other point when I said about the whole Mexico. Why she expect him to bring the condoms? Why you ain't bringing the condoms? Why you ain't pulling it out? She expected him to do it. No, your ass do it.
I agree with that.
You the one who bringing it out. You the one pulling it out.
No.
Yeah. Nah, I'm not. And I'm not trying to play. In this case, I'm not being devil's advocate for Keilan, because hell, I think Candice is right in her stance. I think how she's going about it is wrong. That's my only thing with it, because it's like, stop wanting to, be on attack mode. And granted, I do get why she attacking because of the way that Keilan is. That boy ain't gotta be Keilan, man. Come on.
Because he don't even spell Keilan.
Yeah, but Keilan, like, because how dominant he is, I feel like she does that to, like, try to prove her point and make a stance because of how he is as a person. So I get it, and I understand it, but it's like, don't have sex at all. So guess what? No babies. No marriage.
We ain't got to worry about nothing. And we ain't having sex, we ain't got to worry about nothing.
We ain't got to worry about a goddamn thing. But like I said in my notes, I feel like they both are stuck in their ways and expect one to fold, yet neither one of them are. So they need to find a better way to get on the same page, because how they are handling themselves right now is bringing them down and not up.
But to that point, then I guess long story short, they get to the place where it's like Keilan, he basically says, kind of like, and it's weird that all of this is happening at the same time that Ty and Jaelynn are having this. I just talked to Jaelynn and he was talking about, oh, well, he's getting ready to, he wants to propose to Ty. And I'm like, bro, are you really ready for that? Oh, and that set Candice off.
Yeah, she feels like Keilan, because she did bring up how all of a sudden Jaelynn decides to change his mind. He was looking for rings at one moment, and then Jaelynn decides to change his minute, and he don't want to deal with it at all. So Candice, of course, automatically thinks that Keilan is the reason behind this, because Jaelynn looks up to his big cousin, and Jaelynn just can be persuaded easily when it comes to Keilan. And just how I said that I hate that. What's his boy name? Keilan. Keilan does this thing where he likes to think that Candice is a follower. Candice is thinking that Jaelynn is a follower at this point when it comes to Keilan. So because of that, it's like she gets defensive and she feel like she needs to tell Tylynn that Jaelynn went from looking for rings and now he don't even care about marriage. And I don't think that's fair, because Jaelynn is a grown ass man. No matter what Keilan has said to him about this whole marriage situation, that is something that Jaelynn decided on his own. Jaelynn, at the end of the day, never even wanted to get married. Point blank, period. So if he was easily persuaded like that, it's something he never wanted. And which is why I said that I kind of agree with Keilan to some extent. Jaelynn is a grown-ass man with a grown-ass mind, with his grown-ass thoughts and own opinions on how he should move in his own relationship with his girl. They ain't got nothing to do with Keilan. Keilan can only speak from his own experience and speak from what he thinks. If you ask from his opinion. Because yes, I could be happy for you, but I'm also going to let you know that I don't think that, there should be... Not so much I don't think this should be happening, but like we said, you sure about this, bro? Like, you questioning it. Like, are you sure? He should be questioning it because that's a big thing. Yes, I could be happy for you, but that's big, bro.
But it was also like you were only on... He only played one side of that. He didn't play to the good aspect of it in that conversation with Jaelynn, which is why I feel like he was coming at it from a place of insecurity in his own relationship, because he didn't play up the good side. He only asked like, are you sure? Because this is that and the third. Not like, but there's also like, I see the love you and Ty have. This is the perfect move for y'all. This could be something that could be beautiful for y'all future. I see that for y'all. He only came with the negative side of it.
But do you think, and not so much the negative side, but do you think he says that because Jaelynn also bringing up how him and Tylynn, they still on the same, they still in the same place. They still having problems. They haven't grown. You struggling to yawn?
I was trying to keep my yawn in so it wasn't on the camera.
But Jaelynn is basically telling Keilan like, bro, like we're not on the same page. We still having problems. So, and also I've never been ready for marriage. So because of those things and those reasons on Jaelynn's part, whatever Keilan said was gonna be a trigger regardless, because Jaelynn was never ready. It has nothing to do with Keilan, and that's the only thing I hate. Like, we're not gonna put all this on Keilan. We not, cause then like Keilan is straight out saying, bro, don't get married. This the only thing that's confusing me. Everybody making it seem like he's saying, bro, don't get married. Your ass ain't ready. Boom, boom, bop, bop, bop. And that's not what happened. He just questioning, bro, are you sure? Are you ready? That's my whole thing on it.
But you know what you're doing.
But anybody would say that.
I just feel like introducing those doubts, like you know what, like.
But he was already doubting himself, so it was nothing Keilan could have did or said that was gonna do anything. He was doubting himself anyways. It's just easier to put the blame on Keilan because Keilan is a blunt person, so he's a straight shooter. But he not straight shooting and saying, bro, don't marry her. He just saying, bro, be sure. Anybody gonna say that? I feel like anybody. I'm happy for you, bro. I'm happy you feel that way, bro. But are you sure? I don't know. That's just how I'm thinking about it. I don't know. But you get it from another standpoint. So we shall see the outcome of that. And we gonna talk about it when we get to the end. So because of all that, we all know that Candiss at some point is gonna talk to Tylynn about it. But before that,
well, we actually don't know that yet. Well, we know like watching it, but she's struggling in this point. She doesn't know if she feels like she should bring it up, like up to Tylynn.
Well, we know she's gonna try to bring it up to Tylynn at this point because it's the basketball game. And the basketball game, I feel like it's not all that important, at least on the boys' standpoints, because we know like what kind of happened with them, and we all know why they even having this whole basketball situation. But Keilan team versus Gerald team, Keilan team won because of Raw. Hoorah, hey, hey, ha ha. Getting on to the girls, because they the ones who got the real problem. Yes, Candiss, at this point, Candiss wants to tell Tylynn about Jaelynn, and it's funny because Tylynn was talking about how her, after therapy, first of all, they only had one session when they should have been having multiple, so they can get better, and grow more, but they only did one, and after that, no change is not going to happen. And Tylynn said that they have been in the same place. They have not grown. Nothing is going up. They're still in the same place, like I said. So
there's still more conversations to be had.
More therapy sessions to be had. That needs to be had. Jaelynn, mainly. Because clearly Tylynn already been going. But needless to say, Tylynn is saying that. So Candiss is like, okay, well, the basketball game is in the right spot. So eventually she tells her, but before we get into that, we got to talk about Bree at this basketball game. Because Bree is talking about her and Petiri to the girls. And she tells the girls how Petiri has been calling her, but Petiri only called twice. But she feel like that's not enough. He's not putting in effort. He should have been calling her. It's been 7 days. He should have been calling her every day of the 7.
Not to mention she broke up with him.
And on top of that, she's not answering none of his calls. The 2 calls that he did send off, you ain't answer. So, excuse me? What she want from him?
We don't know yet.
I'm confused because Bree, you're so immature.
You like to play games.
You like to play games.
Little girl games.
She telling me, I don't care. I think it's toxic. She said, I don't think it's toxic. How you don't think? What? You are literally saying you're ignoring this man, but you're also saying that he should be calling you more. So why is he calling you more if you're not going to answer?
You're not answering the calls I am calling. Like, grow up.
Please.
Be an adult.
Immediately. Like, huh?
And it's everybody kind of looking at her too, like, huh?
So then that's when Rebecca comes in finally and say, well, don't it seem like you self-sabotaging?
And she ain't like that.
She ain't like it. Well, Rebecca, you should be the last person that try to come for me, but I self-sabotage because that's what you've been doing the whole time with PJ. Well, we not
talking about me.
We talking about you and Petiri, not me and PJ. The wrong P, baby.
Okay, no. Pushing the wrong P.
Huh. Like, what? She kills me. And then with Bree, she'll get mad at Rebecca one moment, but then want her the next.
Yeah. Or like not have the same energy for literally everybody else in the friend group.
Exactly.
Like,
because Myami was basically saying the same thing, but Myami was just like, we like Petiri, so Petiri is the better choice for you. It's a good choice. Like, give him a chance. Answer their calls. So, and Rebecca is your best fucking friend, so yes, she gonna come at you harder than everybody else, because that's what you doing. She letting you know straight up what you doing as your friend, as your best friend. I know what you're doing, so I'm calling you out about it. You don't like it because you know it's the truth. Let's call it spade a spade. It's the truth. You don't like it because it's the truth.
And after that, they low-key, that was their falling out. After that comment, the self-projecting comment, Bree kind of like retracted from Rebecca in that moment, and it's kind of like, kind of good off you for right now. So they didn't talk until are we at the party now? Yeah.
So we get to the after party of the basketball game, and this is like the last hoorah of the season, the last hoorah of just them as a friend group. Well, no, I guess not as a friend group, but just the last
hoorah.
Big blowout. Because that's what it was.
The last gang slide, if you will.
Of the season. That we shall see. Because they have plenty gang slides afterwards, yeah. So, Myami, first we start off with Myami and them, because Myami comes in with a dude named Eddie, and then, it's all cool, and then, she kind of run into AQ and Marcus, and they just act like they in motherfucking heat or something. Like, they just act like, I don't know what it was, but they just was doing too much. And I always say, every time I see either one of them, they just was trying to have a moment. Because AQ, for one, Myami don't fuck with you. Marcus, if a girl walk in another place with another nigga, clearly you're not the one, dude. So let it go. Like,
let that hurt go, my guy.
And just how she laid AQ out, she laid Marcus out, because Marcus tried to big boss her, like, dude, like, you can Google me. My girl said, I can Google a roach as well. And that's going to pop up. And I was kind of saying the same thing, like, we can Google everybody, my guy. Who are you? Yeah. Like, you thought you had Myami. You never had Myami, and that's what she was telling you. Like, you never had me.
Her date low-key held his own too. Like, he wasn't sitting there like quiet, just letting it all go by.
Because they was trying to try him too. Like, y'all not gonna try me. Like, who y'all think y'all are? And this is why it's so funny, because it really goes to show you like how dudes will really think they really want, and they not it at all. Yeah. Period. Like, really, really little dog you. Like, come on now. I ain't one of them. Like, come on. Yeah. But then after that, then Gerald kind of walk up to Bree like, ooh. walk up to Bree like, you know, how's everything doing? Are you and Petiri good? I've been texting him. And she all shot like, oh, you been talking to him? Like, what are you guys talking about? You would know if you answered his call.
Answer his phone call.
Yeah, like, he'll probably be talking to you too if you answer. But ain't no worries, because guess what? Petiri pops up. Petiri has arrived with flowers and tickets and a surprise kiss for Bree. Like, he's here. He's showing up for her. He's putting effort. At least that's what I thought.
That's what I thought.
I thought it was a good look.
I thought that was the big one.
I did too.
That's how you seal some stuff.
Is that because if she ain't gonna answer me, let me pull up
show
on
up. I don't know how many miles New York is from LA, but let me 8-hour flight. I know it's that much.
Pulled up on her.
Pulled up on you.
And
Mind you, I just saw you a week ago.
And she fumbled.
She
worst player in the game.
that not a player move.
Worst player in the game.
If you was gonna do anything, you was supposed to keep homeboy in your roster after that. At least.
I felt the same way, like, cause clearly at this point, whatever it is, I really do think Bree do not know what it is, because even when she was having a conversation with Tylynn and Amanda and Tylynn was like, so do you think he's, what it is, what's the word? Performative. You think he's performative? And she was like, oh yeah, that's the right word. So then she tried to use the same word that Tylynn had just said on Petiri when he tried to talk to her on the side by himself, but she never had that word in her vocabulary before that. Because you didn't know what it was, and then you saying it's performative, and you feel like he should have came to your house, or he should have let you know.
Or you feel like the moment, she was basically like the grand gesture meant nothing, because like you could have did this, like it would have meant more to me if you just did it like on a aside, or you did it.
Which is so weird, because if you like grand gestures, you like grand gestures. And she said she liked grand gestures. You wanted him to do the grand gesture on the side, but baby, you on the TV show, so we gotta see it. But then not even so that if your whole thing was the fact that you want me to show up, you want me to have not only did I showed up in person, and then you said you want something, you wanna talk about like, oh, like when we're apart is nothing, but when we're together it's like it's all back. So not only am I gonna make sure that I see you again, let's get tickets so we can make sure that we keep this effort going, that I can see you after the fact after that. So I get you 2 tickets. One for you to come see me, one for me to come see you. So we're gonna continue like. And yet she still find an excuse for everything. So how you even know we have time, baby? Tickets can be changed.
I'm not dumb enough to get you no damn ticket. I got you a flight credit. He's not dumb enough to go buy you a ticket assuming you was gonna be free that day.
So that's what Uncle feel like. She was trying to come up with all these excuses and make it seem like he's just doing this for the cameras. He's doing this for the moment. Yeah, and I don't want to say that he wasn't, but I just never felt that and never got that.
I never got that from him.
And
that was his whole thing. He played the good dude role very well.
Very well, and he made Bree look like an idiot. She the one who came out looking like a fucking fool because nothing about Petiri gave that. And if he did, and if that was the case, you never even gave it a chance. You never even gave it a shot, and that's what I'm most upset about. You were so ready to cry your eyes out. You were so ready to be dismissive about the whole situation. But never once you said, well, damn, what if? If he is performative, okay, let me give it a chance off the cameras. When the cameras go off, I'm going to take these tickets. I'm going to go see him. I'm going to test it out. Maybe I need to test it out one more time after that. And if it don't work, okay, then we get it. But that's not what it was.
You never gave it a shot. So what did you do all of that complaining and crying about for the last episode and a half? What was it about?
Beyond the episode and a half, just a few fucking hours before the after party. All the complaining you were just doing about the 7 days. Fuck 7 days. Bitch, I'm here. I'm here. So.
What was it about?
Where's that same energy? Because you just complained about him not having that energy. Now he had the energy. And it's still a problem.
You should have been calling me more. I'm gonna show up. I'm here.
I'm here. With flowers and tickets and whatever else you need, because I'm here for you. I'm ready to give you whatever you need to make you feel comfortable with me. But you cannot accept that. You don't want to accept that. So that's why I say it's you.
It's Bree. She's the issue. I feel like, but like doubling just a little bit before that, when she had her conversation with Tylynn and Amanda about like what should she do. So after Petiri comes to her with that conversation, she goes back to Tylynn and Amanda like, y'all, how should I I didn't like their response to her.
Me neither.
I felt
y'all both in a relationship and y'all giving her this type of advice.
like, do you really have your friend's best?
And that's why I say that was kind of country didn't.
I just didn't like their response as two women in relationships. Granted, they both have their own troubles. Like, this is Bree happy moment. And y'all know that's at least from what we're seeing on TV, y'all know that's a good dude.
And also, this is what I think Bree felt stupid. Not so much stupid. I'm not going to say stupid. This is why she was whining that Rebecca wasn't there. Because if Rebecca was the person she was talking to, Rebecca would have said, stop self-sabotaging. Take the moment in. Like, Rebecca would have said something that Bree would have wanted to hear. Amanda and Tyler wasn't telling her what she needed to hear, so she just went with her feelings, which was, let me just tell him this is not going to work out.
Yeah.
But Rebecca would have gave her something else to look forward to, and I hate the fact that she was trying to say, like, Rebecca was the problem, that Rebecca wasn't being a good friend. But if you really felt some way as a friend, I would have been like, if I knew me and my friend just had a beef just 2 seconds ago, I'm still gonna go to my friend and be like, oh, Sean, let me tell you what Petiri just said to me. Let me just tell you what he did. Yeah, we could have had that conversation. What?
That's loaded. Because we would have been able to have that conversation just because I'm a good person at heart. But that's crazy that the fact that you feel like you can dog somebody out.
Oh, no, it's
and
wrong.
Still feel the need.
No, it's wrong. I agree. I'm not gonna neglect that. Because that's true. She would be a dead ass wrong for that. Because and Bree has the tendency to do that.
That's what I'm saying. That seems like something she would have did.
She would have did. But at that moment, she should have did it. Because she already was complaining about it. Might as well have went to her. You complaining about Rebecca not being there as a friend, might as well go on. If you go complain, go ahead and talk to her. Because Rebecca would have talked to her. But child, then again, I don't know. Because Rebecca was handling her own business, baby, giving it her. PJ was slobbing each other down, lady.
PJ was real smooth on that one.
PJ he think he's slicker than a slickster. And Rebecca's so easy. She was supposed to make him beg and plead for that kiss.
He got that kiss instantly. That's because she been waiting.
She been waiting. She was waiting.
I like them though.
I'm not doing it.
I like them.
I'm not doing it. I'm not gonna get them that.
I'm
not giving them that energy, Nick. Not yet. No.
I think because remember what I was saying earlier in the reviews from like one of our first ones. I like PJ's growth this season, and I feel like he's in a better spot to be a good boyfriend. So I like, and I feel like even Rebecca, she's in a different space too. I like it.
I'm not gonna say I like it because I still have to get over the fact that PJ, you really tried to dog that girl out. You really tried to dog that girl out. But anyways, you just threw me off when you did that.
Damn, what's wrong?
Damn, where we at?
HBO Max got a hold on us, baby.
Hold on you, because I don't have to watch it at 9 o'clock. But, so, kind of ending up getting ready to end off the episode. We got to end off with Candiss, Tylynn, Jaelynn, and Keilan whole big showdown, baby. And basically, this is the time that Candiss goes to tell Tylynn how she feel like Keilan was the reason Jaelynn may not move forward with them trying to get into, a whole situation with marriage or him getting rings. How you felt about this? Because you asked me the question, but I want to ask you on camera. Do you think that Candiss was right going to tell Tylynn that? And before you answer, I just want to say I was kind of in between the middle because one, Tylynn is her best friend, but also Keilan is her man. And that's kind of like a pillow talking situation. Like I'm pillow talking with my girl. And I'm saying this and that, and now she kind of running off and telling him like that. Granted, it was on camera, but still, it's like the conversation that Keilan was talking about was played out on camera. Like we seen when Jaelynn was telling Keilan yada yada yada. So the fact that Candiss felt the need to go back and tell Tylynn, I was like, I don't think it was needed. I don't think she needed to tell Tylynn that, and she didn't have the full rundown.
I don't think she needed to tell Tylynn as much as she did. I don't think it was okay to ruin the surprise aspect of a potential proposal because granted, just because you know what Keilan came back and told you about like how the conversation went, you still don't know if Jaelynn got back to himself and got in his own mind and said, I'm still do this.
Oh, true.
So you could have potentially ruined the surprise for your best friend on getting proposed, which was wrong.
And trying to really play get back at your man. Because that's what it was.
That's what it was. You was trying to like, So that's what I didn't like about it. Like, I feel like they're like it in so many like, but on the flip side, because we know how all of this goes down, because you said it was all on camera. Do you think Ty would have been hurt watching it back at a group chat or watching it back with everybody else and being like, damn, she knew this and she didn't tell me?
Tylynn being Tylynn, yeah, she would have been in her feelings.
So and you have to know your friends.
Yeah.
So
know your friends. You right. Yeah.
So if I know my friend would be hurt looking back at something like this, I know my obligation is to.
So I guess she should have worded it different.
She could have went about it differently.
Fuck all that. I ain't doing none of that. I'm calling Jaelynn in. I'm not even gonna tell you by yourself, friend, because I already know how. I don't care about Keilan right now. And Jaelynn, bring your ass over here too. Tylynn wouldn't even need to call Keilan over there because I would have did it myself. I would have been like, Keilan, so tell what happened with Jaelynn or Jaelynn. Both of y'all. I would have had. Baby, let's clear the air as a family. Because that's what we are. That's what we are. Let's clear it up as a family because it's too much he said, she said. Well, it didn't even have to be all that because y'all already know how y'all all feel about each other. Now, I do say I did not respect Tylynn at the end of this episode at all, and I'm very upset with her. I'm very upset with her with this last episode because I just be wanting so much better for her, but them emotions of hers,
take over.
Baby, she gotta get a hold of that. She really said that she hated not only Keilan, but she hated Jaelynn. And I just think hate is a big word, hurtful word, and just how we felt like Gerald deserved that apology, so is Jaelynn. And when we get a next season, he better get that apology on camera, even though we know they together and they good. But the sex, you hate that man? You hate him? For something that you didn't even allow Keilan, as dominant as he is, he was not dominant when it came to Tylynn because Tylynn is an overpowering person when she's mad. And she kept cutting him off, and she was not trying to let him get his point, and she did what she always does, cut people off so she can say her piece. Yeah, you don't even know the full story because you're only going off of what Candiss said, but the person who said it right in front of you, so let him say it. Let him say his piece. And then after he said his piece, talk to your man and make sure your man tell you what was said. Because Jaelynn did end up coming over to clear up what was said, and you still wasn't trying to listen, but you hate them. That's what I did not like. Not to mention,
and the reason I have less grace for her in this situation is because you literally just went through this same situation with your other best friend and her dude. So did you not learn from the first situation to just breathe a little bit and like?
That's what I'm saying. That's why I said they are made for fucking each other because they do the same thing. They both love to apologize. They love to take accountability and do it all over again. So it's like, are we learning the lesson? Are we truly learning it?
She clearly did not learn. And it's like, that's what bothers me. Like, I could see it after the first time, like after you in the heat of the moment, that's what happened. I had some grace for you after the first time. You can't continue to make the same mistakes multiple times.
No, ma'am. It's not cute. It's not okay at all. Like, especially towards your man. Like, that's why it's like, well, damn, you did it towards your man. Now we see how it was so easy for you to say it towards Rob. Because you do it towards your own man. You hate him? Well, bitch, why are we together? Hate? I'd be like, damn, that's fucked up. Like, you fucked up. Like, you dead ass wrong for that. Like, you could have went a lot of places, but you went to hate? I don't know. I don't like it. I didn't like it at all. I couldn't respect it. Like Tylynn respect went a little bit down for me because it's like, how you did that? How you said that? How you felt so comfortably
saying that? How did that flow so easily off
your tongue like that? Like you was saying, have a baby about me, baby. Oh, never mind. That's Jaelynn will be saying. But no, like you saying, daddy, mama. Like, it was too easy for you. And I ain't like that. But needless to say, y'all already know what it is. Because somebody's trying to rush me to get the Game of Thrones. So like this video. Like this video. Because, it is the HBO Max, HBO family. Like this video. And show your girl and your boy some love. Comment your thoughts.
Make sure y'all also give a big round of applause. I say this moment. I'm so happy for you. Like this show, not only that, but like I'm proud of you for what you're doing. Like you have 1,000+ subscribers right now. Are you happy? Let's give a round of applause for 1,000+ subscribers for doing what you do. People love what you do. They love hearing from you. They love your insight.
They said they here for you, child. They said you need to go make your own child. I said you ain't gonna do the back work. That's why you trying to hop over here. Don't get on this right over here. But y'all already know to do. Like this video, comment your thoughts, and last but not least, subscribe to join the Kingdom.
Subscribe.
Bye.